Hello, Drag Racers. I'm Maddox.
And I'm Logan.
And for this season of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars, we'll be bringing you our weekly updates on our 3 favorite moments of the week, the shade of the week, our favorite queen of the week,
the worst queen of the week, our favorite team on the runway, and our predictions for next week's episode.
So stay tuned.
What do you want? What's the tea? Tell me what's the tea. What's the tea? Tell me what's the tea.
Okay, so my first favorite moment of the week was they had like opening credits of all the queens, and Yara Sofia was the only queen that was like running down the street in slow motion in like a diamond bathing suit rope thing and like these blonde dreads. I just thought it was hilarious. She just looked stupid. I thought it was funny. So that was my favorite. That was my first favorite moment.
My first favorite moment was Latrice and anything involving a box. Rather it was the first box they wheeled in and she said, I will sit on it and we won't be dealing with it anymore. Or it was the one she tried to step on and she put her little foot on it to make sure
to fall through.
Because she's large and in charge, chunky yet funky. She is Latrice Royale.
My second favorite moment is Tammy Brown's kiss. For some reason, when Tammy Brown walks in the room, she feels the need to, like a little squirrel.
Because she's a squirrel friend.
She's a squirrel friend. Yeah, so that, oh my god. Tammy Brown, we have lots of things to talk about.
Tammy Brown will be very in the episodes while she's here.
Yes, because girl, she is going for the gold.
My second favorite moment of the week involves Tammy Brown when she said, service, smell her butt, she looks like a cat. Because I've been out of my mind, drunk and wild before, but she's sober saying these things. And
sober, I don't know.
Ish.
Well, she's crazy.
All of her random shit she screamed out was my second favorite thing of the week.
Tammy's kind of crazy. Okay, my third moment came later on in the Untucked portion of the show, where it was like everyone against Mimi on first, which we all knew was going to happen because she's Mimi on first. I felt kind of bad for Mimi. She didn't. I kind of felt bad for Mimi, but it was just, I understand Mimi was like, don't bring up things that have nothing to do with the show, because they were talking about like Alexis losing a job to Mimi. I mean, that's shade, but girl, if a club calls you and says, hey, we want to hire you, even if another queen works there, you're not going to say, oh, I don't want to work there because my sister works there. You're going to get them. I mean, and Mimi says she didn't know they were going to fire her, but who knows? Who cares? Girl, if you're going to hire me and fly me to Florida, fire all the queens you need to fire, because girl, I am there.
My third favorite moment was when Mimi and Alexis were going into their conversation, and Mimi would go to speak and say something, and Alexis would just go, act a fool. And who pops up out of nowhere but good old Tammy Brown. And she goes, I'm acting.
Oh my god, I love her.
Tammy, it's now called the Tammy Brown Show.
The Tammy Brown Hour. The Tammy Brown Clown Hour. Okay, so my shade was Pandora Box. First of all, Pandora Box was just shade.
First of all, Pandora Box is 40 years old.
Yeah, I didn't know she was that old. Latrice is 40, but she has like a vibrant personality. But anyway, so Pandora Box was very upset that she got paired with Mimi on first. First of all, let's talk about that they made them pair up. That's a shade in itself.
Yes.
So, yeah.
You know, you get there and you go, I brought all my best drag looks. Oh, and I gotta be, what? Who?
What? Now Mimi on first is Maggie?
Yeah. Imagine being paired up with some of those girls. I mean, just maybe one or two of them.
Yeah. I understand why no one chose Pandora, except for Mimi.
Mimi was... Well, I see where Mimi thought, because she thinks we're both camp queens, we're both funny.
So the shade is that Pandora is standing like next to her clothes, and Latrice comes over, and she's like, oh, you seem really upset, whatever. And Pandora's like, yeah, because nobody picked me. And then Latrice is like, well, Mimi picked you. And she's like, yeah, but I didn't pick her. So, yeah, it was really shady. But I feel like if Pandora would have
tried.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. but yeah.
My shade of the week was Mimi's entrance to the room. Because not only did every person in the room hate her, but the producers hated her, the editors hated her, because it was like slow motion, boom, boom, boom. And then Raven, Mimi, I'm first. Why the hell is she here?
Yeah,
Not one person said, "Oh, girl, it's nice to see you." But good for you, Mimi, for not bringing cupcakes this time around.
But it's also very shady because, hello, she got voted on. Say what you want, Mimi I'm First was third in the votes. So somebody likes her.
Raven.
Yeah, you're saying her fans, what fans? Well, she has a lot of fans because a lot of people voted her to be on the show, so...
After she was done stealing Alexis's gig, she just sat at home and voted for herself over and over.
Shade. Okay, so my favorite queen of the week was Raven. I love Raven. I've loved her since her season of Drag Race, and I just thought she was fierce. When she walked in, it was very understated, but like her being naked in the rain, that was fierce, and like I just love Raven and her boy body. Like I'm gonna have sex with Raven. Let's just get down to it. Raven, if you're watching, you're my queen of the week, and you're my man of...
And I put on lip gloss so I can look like... My favorite queen of the week is gonna come as no surprise. It was Tammy Brown. For every moment, for speaking Spanish on the runway.
Because
Me escucho mucho.
Because her partner is Nina Flowers, so she's trying to be bilingual.
It was very nice of her to include her partner.
Yeah.
Tammy Brown is my...
Nina Flowers did not even talk this whole episode, did she?
I forgot.
I remember.
She was there.
Yeah, like Tammy.
Except for Loca.
Tammy overshadowed her. Like that might have been a bad idea for her to pick.
Ever would have thought that was going to happen?
Yeah. Your worst queen of the week.
This is a new edition.
This is a new edition because now that there are teams, like RuPaul's adding shit, I added a new co-host. We're gonna add some new shit. Worst queen. I was juggling between
7 or 8 of them.
Yeah, I was juggling between 4 of them, which was Chanel, Chad, Pandora, and Mimi. And then I just decided that last minute Pandora was my worst queen of the week. Because she did not even try to participate in, like, the teamwork. Mimi was like, listen, we got it. We are the team that everybody hates. So we just need to, like, try harder.
She didn't even go after Mimi when she left it on top.
Yeah, and Pandora was she gave up. As soon as Mimi was her teammate, she gave up. I would have worked twice as hard if Mimi was my teammate. And I would not have worn that green and blue bubblefuck, whatever it was.
I can promise you it wasn't sequinqueen.com.
I'm going to have to give an honorable mention to Mimi I'm First of Worst Queen. Only because at one scene, she was like, I look like Elizabeth Taylor. Now, girl, that is delusional.
We know you lost some weight.
On all spectrums of the world, that is delusional. No, just no. Have several seats. You do not look like anybody's Elizabeth Taylor on a bad day. Like, no. Girl, stop.
My worst queen of the week. I was going to dress up like her for this point, but I'm not going to because I cannot get every necklace I own out of my closet. But I did not like Chanel's outfit on the runway because she just had chains and...
when she walked in, she had on every costume.
Every costume does not have to have shoulders and hips and peplum.
A tail.
My.
A headpiece.
Mimi at least had an umbilical cord for the reunion. You had a tail. And a little one-piece ponytail on your head. With all of that going on. Proportion, queen.
Yes.
Proportion.
Since they're on teams now, we decided that we'll say our favorite team as a pair and then say who we like best out of the team. And we picked
We both agreed that we liked Rujubee.
Who is Raven and Jujubee, obviously. But I picked Raven for my favorite costume, and
I picked Jujubee.
I just like... They both look
great, and they both have body for days.
I think Jujubee must have made Raven's pads, because Raven's body looked... No, because Jujubee's padding is like...
You don't ever see an Asian person like that.
Legendary. Yeah.
She's like...
Yeah, it's real good. She looked real fish. So yeah, those were our favorite costumes. We have to say that Manila and Latrice won the whole shebang.
Looking like Teletubbies.
It was...
Manila, take your iPad off of your waist.
Yeah, I did say that too.
Just walking around
just
with an
take it
iPad.
off.
And how did you get an iPad if you're not supposed to have electronics?
So they won, and obviously, we all know who got eliminated. Pandora and Mimi. I don't even remember their team name. What was it?
Panini. Like a panini.
Panini. Again, Mimi, you're not first. I mean, well, you
were
are
first
first.
to go home.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but they set that up and we just knocked him down.
Yeah. Mimi in Uncut was acting very shocked that everyone was very sour towards her, but
She was shocked that people were shocked she was there. How can you be shocked?
If I would have walked in as Mimi, I'm first. I would have walked in knowing that everyone hates me, and I still would have turned the party, though. So, our predictions for next week, it's very hard that because they're in teams,
Yes.
to, like, pick. If it was singular, I would say Chanel is going home next week, because...
She wears every necklace on her head, and after 2 or 3 episodes, we're going to know what it is.
And Santino says the same thing to her since...
Day one.
Exactly. Like, girl, you put on too much, you look like furniture. And she does. Because they're in teams, I'm going to have to say Yara and Alexis.
Yeah.
Even though I love Yara.
I like both of them.
I don't really like Alexis. Oh, Willem showed up.
Yeah, so you never know. They might bring 2 new people back in.
And Shangela is in the commercials, so you never know. But I think they're going to, like, switch it up. Because you got to pick your teams first, so I think RuPaul's going to go.
Silence!
Switch up my girls.
No, it's AllStars.
Oh, switch up my AllStars. Yeah.
There's no way that everyone can be with their perfect team that they wanted for the whole
Especially,
season.
like, yeah.
Like, I want to see Tammy Brown and Chad Michaels on the team.
Oh my god, Chad will shit her pants if she has to go with Tammy Brown. Because Chad is like, I'm perfectionist.
And Tammy Brown
is like... Or even Chanel and Tammy Brown. Chanel would probably shoot herself in the face, which will be fine with me. So, thank you guys for watching, and come back next week to find out what's the tea.
What's the tea? Tell me what's the tea?
You can't laugh right before I talk.
Fashion with your smile, you want to relate to everybody.